Good morning. In the earlier lecture, we talked about introduction to periodic functions and definition of Fourier series. Third article from this chapter is evaluation of coefficients of Fourier series. Evaluation of coefficient of Fourier series. Yesterday, while talking about definition of Fourier series, I wrote the mathematical definition. If we have a function f of x, this function f of x may be represented in the form of Fourier series. The general way is f of x is equal to a0 general way of representing a function f of x in the form of Fourier series is this: f of x is equal to a0 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity a n cos nx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity b n sin nx. a0 a n b n a0, an, bn are known as coefficients of Fourier series. To represent any function in the form of Fourier series, we need to evaluate the coefficients a0, an, bn. This is somewhat lengthy article. We shall split this article into two lectures. Let us first try to evaluate the coefficient a0. To evaluate coefficient a0, let us integrate equation 1 on both sides within the limits 0 to 2 pi, so that equation 1 will become to evaluate the coefficient a0, integrate equation 1 on both sides within the limits 0 to 2 pi to get equation 2. So, what is equation 2? Integration within limits 0 to 2 pi f of x dx is equal to integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi a0 dx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity a n integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi cos nx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi sin nx. Let us integrate each term on RHS of equation 2. Let us first integrate first term, then we shall integrate separately second term. After that, we shall separately integrate the third term. So, let us first integrate first term on RHS of equation 2, and that is what? This one. 0 to 2 pi a0 dx, this is equal to a0 is constant, integration of dx is x, and what are limits? 0 to 2 pi. This is equal to a0 into higher limit minus lower limit. a0 into, for x we have to put higher limit minus lower limit, that is a0 into, in the bracket, 2 pi minus 0, that is nothing but a0 into 2 pi, equation number 3. So, integration of first term on RHS of equation 2 is a0 into 2 pi, equation number 3. After integrating first term on RHS of equation 2, let us integrate second term, this one, on RHS of equation 2, and that is integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi cos nx dx is equal to, what is integration of cos x? We know differentiation of sin x is cos x. Integration of cos x is sin x. Here it is sin nx divided by n, limits 0 to 2 pi. Integration of cos nx is sin nx divided by n, limits 0 to 2 pi. For this x, put 2 pi here as the higher limit. This is sin 2n pi divided by n minus, put lower limit 0 for this x. 0 multiplied by nx is 0. So, it is simply sin 0 divided by n. Sin 2n pi, whatever may be the value of n, 1, 2, 3, etc. This angle will be even multiple of pi, as 2 is here. For any value of n, value of the angle 2n pi will be even multiple of pi. Sin 2 pi, sin 4 pi, sin 6 pi, sin 8 pi, and so on. And what is sin 2 pi? Sin 2 pi is 0. Sin 4 pi 0, sin 6 pi 0. It means that for any value of n, the numerator will be 0. What is value of sin 0? Value of sin 0 is also 0, and therefore this will be what? 0 divided by n minus 0 divided by n, that is equal to 0. Equation number 4. If we put this 0 for this term here, what will happen? 0 multiplied by this term, that will be 0. So, second term will become 0. Evaluation of second term on RHS of equation 2 will become 0. Integration of first term a0 into 2 pi. Integration of second term, it is 0. Now, let us have integration of third term on RHS of equation 2, and that is integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi sin nx dx. This is minus cos nx divided by n, limits 0 to 2 pi. Integration of sin nx is minus cos nx divided by n, limits are 0 to 2 pi. Let us put these values, higher limit minus lower limit. Before that, take this minus sign outside. Let me have minus 1 by n outside. So, it will be cos 2n pi minus cos 0. Cos 2n pi minus cos 0, minus and n in the denominator, minus 1 by n. It is taken outside as common for these two terms. Now, as 2 is here, for any value of n, the angle 2n pi will be even multiple of pi. What is cos 2 pi? 1. Cos 4 pi? 1. Cos 6 pi? 1. Cos 8 pi? 1. Cosine of even multiple of pi is always 1. So, value of this is 1. What is cos 0? Cos 0 is also 1. And therefore, if we put these values here, we will have minus 1 by n into 1 minus 1, that is 1 minus n into 0, that is equal to 0. Equation number 5. Put this 0 for this term here. 0 multiplied by this term will become 0. It means that when we integrate equation 1 on both sides with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi, to evaluate value of the coefficient a0, integration of first term is a0 into 2 pi, integration of second term is 0, integration of third term is also 0. Let us substitute values of integration of first term, integration of second term and integration of third term in equation 2, so that equation 2 will now become after substituting values of the integrals on RHS of equation 2 will become this. integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x dx is equal to a0 into 2 pi plus 0 plus 0, or a0 is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x dx, equation number 6. 0 plus 0 is 0. So, on RHS of this equation, we will simply have a0 into 2 pi, transfer this 2 pi to this side, so that we will get value of a0. And what is value of the coefficient a0? Value of the coefficient a0 is 1 divided by 2 pi into integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x dx, equation number 6. This is about evaluation of first coefficient a0 of the Fourier series. Let me repeat what procedure we use to evaluate first coefficient a0. First, we wrote the general equation for representation of function f of x in the form of Fourier series. Then this equation is integrated on both sides with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi. Integration of first term on RHS is a0 into 2 pi. Integration of second term is 0. Integration of third term is 0. Putting these values of integrations into equation 2 back and simplifying, we got a0 is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x dx, equation number 6. This is evaluation of first coefficient of Fourier series, that is a0. After getting evaluation of first coefficient a0 of Fourier series, let us try to get the expression for second coefficient an, that is evaluation of coefficient an of Fourier series. We have evaluated coefficient a0 of Fourier series. Now, let us evaluate coefficient an. After evaluating coefficient a0 of the Fourier series, let us evaluate coefficient an of the Fourier series. To evaluate coefficient an of the Fourier series, we have to multiply equation 1 on both sides by cos mx to get to evaluate coefficient an of the Fourier series, we have to multiply equation 1 on both sides by cos mx. So, equation 1 will now become f of x into cos mx is equal to a0 into cos mx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity cos an cos nx into cos mx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx cos mx. Then integrate equation 7 on both sides with respect to x within the limit 0 to 2 pi. So dx will come here. The same thing will be here. So dx will come here. The same thing will be here. So dx will come here. The same thing will be here. Dx will come here. Equation number 8. Integrate equation 7 on both sides with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi to get integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x cos mx into dx is equal to integration within the limit 0 to 2 pi a0 cos mx into dx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity an integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi cos nx cos mx into dx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity bn integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi sin nx into cos mx into dx equation number 8. Now let us have integration of the terms on RHS. Let us first have integration of the first term, then we shall go to integration of the second term. After that we shall go to integration of the third term. If I do all the three now in this lecture, it will be somewhat lengthy. Let us try to do these things one by one. Let me first go for integration of first term. First term is this. Integration of first term is a0 is constant, it is taken outside. Integration of cos mx is minus sin mx. Integration of 0 to 2 pi, integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi of a0 cos mx dx is a0 is constant taken outside. Integration of cos mx is sin mx divided by m, limits 0 to 2 pi. This is equal to a0 into in the bracket. For this m, let us put the higher limit, or you can take this m outside. So here I have to put sin 2 m pi minus sin 0. This m is taken outside. Higher limit placed for x here, lower limit placed for x here. So we have here sin 2m pi minus sin 0. M is an integer. M is an integer. If we consider m is an integer for any value of m, even you can consider m as 0. For m is 0 or any integer, this angle will be even multiple of pi. Sin 2 pi Sine 0 if m is 0, sine 2 pi if m is 1, sine 4 pi if m is 2, sine 6 pi, sine 8 pi and so on. And we know sine of even multiple of pi is 0. So this value is 0. What is sine 0? Sine 0 is also 0. And therefore this is what? A0 divided by m into 0 is equal to 0. Equation number 9. Zero in equation 9 is obtained for integration of first term on RHS of equation 8. Integration 0 is obtained for integration of first term on RHS of equation 8. After getting integration of first term on RHS of equation 8, let us try to get integration of second term on RHS of equation 8. And that is what? Let me put this, or you just remember as equation number 9 that integration of first term on RHS of equation 8 is given by equation 9, that is 0. Let us go to the second term. What is second term? Second term is this. Let me put this aside and go for the integration, that is 0 to 2 pi cos nx into cos mx dx. It is cos A into cos B. And what is cos A into cos B? Cos A into cos B is 1 by 2 into cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So let me put it that way. This is equal to 1 by 2 into integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi cos m plus n into x into dx plus 1 by 2 integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi cos m minus n into x dx, equation number 10. Cos A into cos B is 1 by 2 cos A plus B plus 1 by 2 cos A minus B, or this 1 by 2, this 1 by 2 can be taken common for these two terms. Now, let us take integration of cos m plus n, the first term. It will be what? If you take integration of this term only, it will be 1 by 2 sin m plus n into x divided by m plus n limits 0 to 2 pi. M for any value of m and n, whatever may be the value of m and n, if we put 2 pi for x, this angle will be even multiple of pi, minus for this x put 0, this angle will be 0. And what is the sign of even multiple of pi? 0. Minus what is sine 0? 0. It means that this bracket will become 0. 0 into 1 by 2, 0. So integration of first term of equation 10 will be equal to 0. Therefore, integration of first term of equation 10 will be 0. Now, let us come to second term of equation 10. What will be integration of this? It will be 1 by 2 times sine m minus n into x divided by m minus n into 0 to 2 pi. Now, for any value of m and n, let us suppose that we have m is not equal to n. M is integer, n is integer. For this x, if we put 2 pi, the angle will become even multiple of pi. When we put lower limit, it will become, the angle will become 0. So, for m is not equal to n is not equal to 0, m is not equal to n is not equal to 0, integration of this will be 0. Let us use some other condition. M is equal to n. Is not equal to 0. Now, let us use the condition m is equal to n, both are not equal to 0. What will happen? This angle will become automatically 0. Come to the previous stage, come to the previous step. If m is equal to n is not equal to 0, what will be this m minus n? It will be 0. As this is 0, 0 into x, that will be 0. And what is cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. In that case, when m is equal to n is not equal to 0, integration of this will become 1 by 2 into just dx. And what is integration of dx? It is x, limit 0 to 2 pi. When we have this condition, m is equal to n is not equal to 0, there is no need to come to this stage. We shall go to the previous stage. When we come here, what we find? M minus n becomes 0, 0 into x, that will be 0, cos 0 is 1. So, this will become simply integration within the 1 by 2 into integration within the limit 0 to 2 pi dx. Integration of dx is x, limits are 0 to 2 pi, that is 1 by 2 into 2 pi minus 0. 2 pi minus 0 is 2 pi. 1 by 2 into 2 pi is simply pi, equation number 11. So, if we have m is equal to n is not equal to 0, if we have m is equal to n is not equal to 0, integration of the second term will become pi. Now, try to remember the orthogonality condition for cosine, which I told yesterday in the last lecture. Integration within the limit 0 to 2 pi cos mx into cos nx is equal to pi delta mn for m is not equal to 0 and is equal to what? Try to remember this. 2 pi delta mn if m is equal to 0. What condition we consider here? M is equal to n is not equal to 0, means m is not equal to 0. For that condition, Integration according to orthogonality condition is pi delta mn. I told yesterday that delta mn is Kronecker delta, and value of this Kronecker delta mn is equal to 1 if m is equal to n, and therefore integration of second term on RHS of equation 8 is pi. If I go to third term, the lecture will become more lengthy, so it is better to stop here. In the next lecture, we shall start from integration of third term of equation 8. Hope you understood it. Thank you.